All right, what's up, everyone? It's episode 11 of the No Procrastination Podcast.
We on episode
I'm Brian.
11, yeah.
Yeah, 11.
Whoa. Anyways, I'm Daniel. let's get into a serious topic first.
Yeah, let's get into the New Zealand terrorist attack.
How many people died, bro?
About 50. Almost, yeah, around 50. It was at two mosques. Do you know where it was at?
Yeah, in New Zealand, at the mosque, right?
Yeah,
it was
called
at
Christ
two different
Church.
ones, right?
It was like, it was two different
But it
mosques.
wasn't the same guy, right?
Are we saying it right? Is it mosques?
Mosque, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It wasn't the same guy, though, huh?
It was one, yeah, it was one guy and a couple other people, but they only got like, one leader.
So was this like planned? Like both of them came together and were like...
Yeah, it was like a group.
Yeah, because I was about to say, it's not a coincidence that...
They got the leader though, like the main guy.
Of the terrorists?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say his name, but he was like a 20-year-old. He was a white nationalist.
Damn, this motherfucker.
He was Australian. What else happened? He had a manifesto that talked about whiteness, and the reason his goal for everything was for the future of white children.
White children. I don't have any idea how this helps. If anything, it makes it worse for white children, because now we're like they're out here like being on some racist shit. Like how the fuck would this help the future of white children? You fucking dumbass.
I think, yeah, I don't know.
Idiot, bro.
He's crazy.
Stupid ass shit.
Do you there's some research on the like New Zealand gun laws, and apparently they're all weak. They're pretty.
Well, they were weak. Now
I don't know what they're doing now.
I'm pretty sure they got right to it. Like they.
I think did they do a straight ban?
I think so. They did a ban of a certain gun. I think.
Was it?
I think the gun that he used. I think they banned that or something. But I know they banned something. They were like, yeah, we're not doing this no more. Like.
Wait, also like experts on like gun laws and stuff like that said that their laws were they weren't strict enough at all, because they would do only a background check on the person, but you don't have to register your guns. This is the previous ones, so you never had to register your guns. And you could be to apply for a license, you have to be like 16 years old or older.
That's it?
Yeah, that's what I said. You can't have no history of violence, drug abuse, or mental health problems. Your partner has to support you on it. And you have to be able to hold, and like what you're allowed to do is you can hold any sporting rifle or shotgun you want, as long as like you have a secured place for it, like a locker or like lock cabinet or something like something you can lock it in.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like gun laws and stuff like that, especially like when it's like somewhere else?
I get pissed because they hop to their shit quick, and we.
Yeah, I think this is only their second one.
Bro, we're years on waiting like for something that nothing's happening. It's still like a discussion. It's still like an argument. Like, oh, should we or should we not ban them? Over there, they got to it quick. Day after, they're like, you see what's the name? The Prime Minister of New Zealand, or the lady was her?
Oh yeah, right after.
Yeah,
it was the Prime Minister.
Day after, she was like, we on this quick. Like we.
Yeah, she's like, we're gonna change.
Yeah,
stuff.
so like I get pissed because.
I believe whenever there is a mass shooting, like anywhere else in the world, like I think every country needs to look at their gun laws.
Yeah.
And reevaluate their stuff.
Quick, like see how they were able to get like the gun, and how they were able to get past everything, like, and then you change on that. You didn't have to ban guns all the way, but like make it stricter at least.
Yeah. Do you think police should have guns here or anywhere else in general, or like what do you think about that?
Yeah. I don't have an argument against saying no, because I know there's bad cops out there, but like. Or maybe
because some countries the police have to leave their gun in the car
when they hop out.
Yeah. Or like they have the gun, but they just don't carry it on them. I think that was my question. How do you feel about police carrying guns or always being equipped with it?
I'm pretty sure that they could find something else.
Yeah, they could use a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, they could use the pellet guns. Those hurt like a motherfucker too. So
yeah.
Or like a taser gun. Yeah, I don't get why they have to resort to using. Unless, well, I don't know. It's kind of I don't know. Because what if they have to? What if they're gonna die or something? Like they gotta defend themselves.
Oh, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I think my counter argument to that would be they do have vests. They do have stuff like that.
You get shot in the head though, like.
Yeah, you know but I feel like it's a hard shot to do though. Absolutely hard shot.
But it's possible.
It is possible.
Spray,
It is possible. I think I don't know. It is kind of weird. I'm kind of on both sides. Like I see why they shouldn't. I see why they should.
Yeah, and a lot of cops just kind of go straight to their gun.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
here.
sure you're supposed to go to like your taser first, and then if the situation escalates, you can.
I think
sometimes just.
I think for me in like the U.S., we just have such like a big issue with cops that that's kind of maybe not even possible. Just because like there are probably people out there who are out there for cops.
Yeah, you gotta imagine these cops probably they'd be fearful sometimes. Be seeing the shit that they be saying about them like on the news and stuff. Like you gotta imagine like they probably scared too. But then again, you should not be bringing out that gun, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of these motherfuckers have egos, like bro. Like, goddamn.
Yeah, like cops. Yeah, cops out here they have a target on them.
Yeah.
So I think depending on like the country.
Yeah.
But I do see it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Did you hear about 8chan?
About what?
8chan.
What's that?
It was like it's connected with the news.
8chan, you said?
8chan? Is it 8chan? I don't know. 8chan.
Yeah.
So it's the website that the terrorists used for
He uploaded on there?
Yeah, that's what he used.
His website.
No, that's what he used. It was some website. It's an image board website. When I was reading up on it, it kind of sounded like a Reddit, but more for like the black web.
Oh,
is it the black web? Dark web? Yeah.
That's scary.
And so like you can't even get on the website from like just normal Google. Like you really. Oh
yeah, you need to have like a certain search engine.
Yeah, it's like something like that.
Yeah, I know.
And so like when I was reading about stuff like that, it's like hella secretive, it's hella controversial, and like
scary, bro. You been on dark web?
And
Dark web wild, bro. It's a wild shit there.
But everyone who's like talked about it said like they've seen like some dark web shit, pretty much, and it's like weird. Who's PewDiePie? You know who PewDiePie is?
Bro.
Who's PewDiePie? He shouted him out.
I know. Fuck PewDiePie, bro.
What
I know he ain't have nothing to do with this. I'm not trying to say fuck him.
Who's PewDiePie?
He's like the most famous YouTuber like in the world. Like he
really
has like so many fucking subscribers. Like it's insane. Like,
what does he do?
I don't know. Like plays video games and typical YouTuber shit.
I've never heard of him. That's why
he got caught like a couple years back for saying the N-word on live stream.
Damn, really?
Yeah, you gotta go watch it. But like, I don't really fuck with him. Like,
so he's just a YouTuber.
He's just a YouTuber. And there's this like ongoing joke. There's been an ongoing joke for like the past couple years where he'll tell his like subscribers to be like, oh, tell everybody to subscribe to PewDiePie, and then you see like all his followers like in other people's accounts and videos like, oh, don't forget to subscribe to PewDiePie. It's like it's this fucking dumbass did that shit in his video. That's some stupid shit, bro.
So he ain't nobody.
No. But he tweeted it out, Juicy.
I don't.
He's
barely even know who he is.
I'm so disgusted to hear that this monster like shouted out my name in the video and everything. He's like, I didn't have anything to do with this. And I was like, it's true. Like he doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Bro, stop.
I'm just playing. I'm playing. So Facebook and Twitter were the first two social media platforms to cancel this fool, or like just block them on everything.
The videos and everything. Yeah.
Would you blame social media at all for spreading stuff like this?
Yes.
Like videos like
because
this?
you're giving in to exactly what they wanted. That was their goal, is to be talked about, and you gave them that like immediately.
Okay, but what do you say? Like the internet was designed to like not. So like it was designed to like to resist central authority. So like people can post it. It's so it's harder for a social media like let's say Twitter. It's hard for Twitter to block you right away because their main priority isn't to look for bad things.
Bad things, yeah.
Because it is a platform that anyone can talk on.
Anybody can talk about anything. I don't know how I feel about it, because it's like, God, it's true, because like how can you stop that? Like
they have people. Or so Mark Zuckerberg came out and he said they have people, like humans, like have to like they have to moderate all of Facebook.
Yeah, I know they do that with coding and stuff. Yeah.
So that's what they've been doing. So it is a little more difficult.
But Jesus Christ, bro, I'm trying to think, like, because people gonna retweet it whether like they like it or not. Like the stuff with Kim Kardashian and all that, like whenever somebody's like, oh, let's not talk about her, but they're constantly reposting things about her, and it's like, bro, you're part of the reason why, like, she's gaining so much stuff. Like with this, like you people on Twitter are like idiots. Are part of the reason why this person's getting exactly what they wanted, because you're just talking about it. Like, just ignore it. And then they're posting the videos and stuff too. Like, come on, bro. Like, bro, ain't nobody trying to see that stuff.
Yeah, for me, I feel like social media is like the number one reason why we have a bunch of copycats and why we see continuous radicalization.
Yeah.
It was like,
It's stupid, bro.
yeah, it's weird.
Shut the fuck up already.
Mark Zuckerberg actually said he wants to get AI to do it, to do all the moderating.
Probably could too.
Mhm.
I'm telling you, he's just coding. Like
It would make it better.
Yeah.
It would make it way.
Because it'll be instant. Like,
But I think the argument there would be, so what gets moderated and what doesn't?
Mm.
Because you remember, you saw how Facebook's been banning, how they banned Alex Jones and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's not fair. I think Mark Zuckerberg's probably just out there like, I'm just banning whatever I want. Like, I don't like this shit.
Yeah, no, it's just like weird. There's like a debate on it. Yeah, scary news. You ready for that Us movie?
Yeah, bro. I was supposed to go watch it tonight, but I'm gonna go watch it tomorrow. It doesn't look scary to me, but it looks like suspenseful.
Everyone says it's scary. It's a horror movie.
It doesn't look like Get Out wasn't a horror movie. Okay, hang on. I guess you could say Get Out was a horror movie, but not like your classical like terrifying like jump out like scaring type shit. It was more horror in the sense of how real that story could be. Yeah, you know what I mean? That was like kind of a horror thing, but like I don't even know what Us is about. I have no idea what it's about.
I was about to ask you, do you know what the plot is, or do you get an idea?
I haven't even looked. Like,
how'd you like the trailer?
I saw the trailer, and I mean, it looks good. Yeah, it looks suspenseful. It looks like a movie that I want to go see, but it doesn't look like no horror. Because when I think of horror, I think of like monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, think of like monsters. Like,
yeah, I got no idea what the plot is. I've only read what people have said. Like, it's them fighting themselves in a way.
Yeah.
So I think it is going to be very
like a hidden message. Which I'm sure there is one.
Yeah, there's probably is. Because I know there was a bunch of hidden messages in Get Out.
They're fighting their demons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I did like the trailers though.
Yeah, the trailers.
Yeah, I was about to say the remix. Everyone liked the remix.
I liked it. Everyone was like, "Oh my god, what song is this? What the fuck?"
Really? I didn't see none of that. Well, just because I follow people from the back.
Fucking birds. Never heard this song before.
What was your how'd you like the cast?
I love the cast because I like he is kind of he's empowering these black people, bro. He really is on some real stuff.
He's putting them on at least.
He's putting them on. He's giving them some
like who
some
was
motive, some
was
power.
it Daniel for the main character in Get Out?
Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya. Yeah. That's where you know that feels like British or something.
Yeah.
You got it. I was like, what the hell? I was like,
so is Lupita in this one. I think she's British or she's from Europe. I think.
Like
don't quote me on it, but yeah.
No, she's from Mexico, bro.
Oh yeah, Lupita is that. Oh okay, yeah, you're right. I think I was thinking about the other one, the other chick in Black Panther. I'm excited to see what Winston can do because I've only seen him in Black Panther, and like, he didn't have that big of a role. He didn't have that big of a role, so like I want to see what he does in this.
He looks solid.
Yeah, he does look solid.
Yeah, he looks pretty cool.
I think another name I saw on there was Elizabeth Moss. I've only heard her name. I've only read it, people, but I don't know like what else she's done. They got did you ever watch The Get Down?
The show?
Yeah.
No.
What about Aquaman?
Get into it, but I didn't.
Aquaman?
No.
Nah, damn.
Why? Who?
So they got this other actor, Yahya Abdul Mateen.
Oh, I heard of her.
Not the guy.
Yeah, I heard of her.
The guy.
Oh, it's a guy? Oh, damn, my bad.
But yeah, like he was cool in The Get Down. He played like this. He played Cadillac, who was like this, not a drug dealer, but he was like this kind of like crazy guy.
Yeah.
So like that. I didn't watch Aquaman, so I don't know what he played.
In that though?
Yeah.
Alright, that's good then.
But
we good, bro. It's good. We gonna see what it's about. It looks.
You know what I realized? They also got this other chick, Anna Diop. Yeah, I think that's how you say it.
Diop?
She's in the Real Teen Titans movie though.
Whoa.
So I was like, oh. I was like, man. I was like, maybe Jordan's trying to save her career or something. Like, I don't know. So we expect it to be good. Great.
Yeah, bro.
Better than Get Out.
Yeah.
Or not comparable.
I don't want to compare them because probably too different. I don't know. I'm really liking Jordan Peele's. This fool's like on Comedy Central. Like what? Like this when he came out with Get Out, I was like, what the hell? Like I did not know this fool had this background of like terror, like horror movies that he's wanted to do like all his life. And he said like, I just did the Comedy Central. Like yeah, I'm a funny guy and all that, but I did it like to eventually get to this. Like this is what I really wanted to do. And I'm like, bro, I'm like respect, man.
Does he have his own studio? Do you know?
Nah, probably.
Or no? Or does he have his own production company?
Probably not. I don't think he got money like that, but maybe for sure. Yeah, out here directing, bro. I feel him. I'm really liking his movie so far. If he does good on this one, bro, I'm I'm excited. And he's also gonna do
2 for 2. Oh, he's doing the remake for what's it called?
the
It's kind of like Black Mirror. I forget what it's called.
the show, right?
The Twilight Zone.
Yeah, and I like that. That's perfect for him, bro.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
I'm excited to see that shit too.
Let's get into music. 5 years. Been 5 years since My Krazy Life.
So woo.
YG.
That was his, like, for me, that was his perfect album. Like, cause the other two that dropped were like meh, but this was his perfect one. Like,
really,
all the way through, this is his perfect one.
I think when it dropped was like kind of the perfect timing, because the same year we got Forest Hill Drive, which was, to me, Cole's peak. Was when Cole like hit another peak.
Features.
Then we had the Pink Print. I don't know if you remember, like that was another peak for Nicki.
Yeah.
Who else? Logic just came into the game with Under Pressure. Vince was kind of making noise with his his like mixtape Hell Can Wait.
Yeah.
You know, Sylvia demo came out. Oxymoron came on. Like, this was the year I feel like a lot of people from that 2010 class were like, we're here.
Yeah.
So I think
I feel that.
I think that year he had one of the best albums, competing
like
with everyone else.
Sure.
Yeah, absolutely top 3.
Yeah,
top 2.
Top 3 then.
That year?
Of the people that you just named, yeah.
Cole, YG, and Oxymoron.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, I was like, Cole, YG, Schoolboy, for
like,
sure. They helped it. Isaiah, very close, because that album was...
It was a mixtape.
I guess. All right. Yeah, I get it. All right, whatever.
But what was your first impression on it, though?
I loved it. Like, immediately, the first listen, I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, because before that, all we heard was like his bangers, bro.
Yeah, we just heard his hits.
Like off his mixtapes, yeah. And then,
his mixtapes, his dancing music. It did catch me by surprise, though.
Yeah, when I listened to it, I was like, he telling us some stories here. Like, he talking his shit. Like, and then he still threw in a couple bangers, like left, right. He's like,
you know, I saw, or like I read some places, and like people from the East Coast really only knew YG for Tooted and Booted.
Right? Hella people.
Only Tooted and Booted.
Bro.
Yeah, every time people say that, I'm like, what?
Yeah, because I guess it hit over there, like, like when it came out.
It hit them hella late.
Yeah, so.
I'm like, y'all tripping.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I feel like East Coast just don't like West Coast music in general, to be honest.
Well, West Coast music like that, yeah, no, probably not.
Yeah.
They don't, I mean, same with...
They don't know how to ride to it. They ride in the snow to it.
Right.
Gonna be in a taxi to it.
I mean, it's true, though, because it's like some up-tempo, like...
For real.
Chill vibes, like, yeah, and then we got over here, like, the boom bap drums and shit.
My first impression was kind of the same. Like, it was hitter. It was a hit every song. The whole album.
Oh my god.
Is the same. Do you like it more today than you did back then?
Yeah, for sure.
A lot more?
Yeah. Like, over the years, I was able to go back to it and be like, this is still, like, a good ass album.
What are some of your favorite tracks or your standouts? Because I like the whole album, so I only have, like, standout ones.
What's the one with Lil Wayne? My homie. My hitter. Yeah, that was my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, with Rich on the Quan and all that. I think he did a remix, though. I don't know if that was on the official.
The one was on the, I think it was on the remix.
And then the one with Kendrick.
Really Be Smoking. That's on mine.
Really good because Kendrick had just dropped his album recently. Like you said, like a
year before, years before.
Like Kendrick was like coming in his bag, and then we see YG and Kendrick link up. Like both West Coast artists were like, oh shit, like that was a really good one for me. And then BBT, Left, Right, all that.
The reason I like the Really Be Smoking is because they talk about like their schizophrenia.
Right? Yeah. He's like,
or YG does.
Really Be Smoking.
Yeah. So I thought that was wild.
Yeah. That was cool.
What was another song?
Meet in his bag, bro.
Meet the Flockers was a good one I really liked.
Which is the one that be having me feel like
be trying to teach you how to rob a house.
Yeah. What was the name of it? What's the name?
Meet the Flocker.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, bro, they be having me want to run up in your house and like your house specifically.
Shit.
No, I love that song though.
And then Me and My Bitch is cool too, and I like 459.
I hated Me and My Bitches.
Damn.
Is that the one with the what's his name? T Fly.
I think so.
I don't like the singing. I don't really like him.
No. This was. It might have been. I forgot. But I think the only thing I do hate about the East Coast and when they like do talk about this album or YG in general is like when they compare him to Kendrick and Good Kid, Mad City.
Yeah, that's not fair.
It's not fair.
It's not fair.
Because they're not the same. And it's not even like YG's is like a B grade.
Yeah, they're literally just both West Coast artists. That's the only comparison they have.
I mean, like, they lived and were handed the same, like, inner city struggles, though.
Yeah.
So, like, I get that.
Just Kendrick seems a little bit
But besides that, like, Kendrick's was, like, He was avoiding things.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to get himself into.
Kendrick seemed more mature, and YG seemed more like
I wouldn't even say Kendrick was more mature, because even what was the peer pressure? The peer pressure song when he was with his homies, and he almost got cut and he almost got pulled over.
No, but it seemed like he was a mature person talking. You know, like these were things that already happened to him, and he was talking from like a mature standpoint and talking about like the things that he did do.
To me, he wasn't more mature. He's more like a witness and like a reporter.
Okay, yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
but he was talking from a different perspective, like saying it like.
Yeah, to me, I think that's where I finally understood the biggest comparison to Nas was when I realized, all right, yeah, Kendrick is more of a
storyteller.
No, more of a reporter. He's reporting. He's reporting what's happening. He's saying everything he saw, and like he did talk about like what he did and all that.
Yeah.
And then with YG, it's like he talks about going to parties, side chicks, you know, and like hitting legs, you know, shoot out with his homies.
No, it was Big and Back Being Bull. That's the song I'm talking about.
Oh, that's a good one
That's
too.
the one that had me feeling like.
And then like his jail stints and everything, he talked about that. Like, I just don't. I don't think both albums are comparable.
No.
Like, if we're talking about like West Coast music, like they might, but I don't think YG loses points for.
No, hell no.
Yeah.
Don't you can't.
And I think that's what I with like East Coast people try to take him down for.
I love the skits that they both did in both of their.
Yeah, the skits are on point.
Kendrick's skits were made when they were in the car, and then they start shooting, and then YG's when they were breaking in the house, and he's like, "There's somebody in the room," and then he's like, "What?" And then his skits were. I was like, "Oh shit!" I felt like I was actually there, bro. I was like,
classic or no?
Classic in his discography?
Not overall.
Oh, damn. I don't know, bro.
Really? It's only been 5 years.
Yeah, I can't.
As of right now, you still can't.
I have to wait. In his discography, classic for sure. In history, give me some time, bro. 5 years.
I'd say it's a classic.
I don't know.
I'd say it's a classic in history.
I'll have to wait another 5 years to see how we view it from then. You know, give it a decade, maybe. I don't like that 5 year, 3 year shit. Oh, is this a classic? Like, nah. Because when you hear, but it's different when you hear like a classic, like you know immediately like, oh, this is gonna be a classic. Like,
Kid Came Out City was a classic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When you hear Kendrick's, you're like, this is a classic for sure. Everybody was saying that. Like, I'm not arguing that. But when you hear this, it's kind of like, give it a little bit more time. Give it some time. We'll see.
The only thing I don't like about giving this more time is because of Mustard's sound slowly going away.
So,
to me, this is Mustard's best production.
Peak,
this is his peak. This was Mustard's peak. So I don't see after this. I see Mustard after they split. Mustard kind of just went. His sound just started going away. But I think this album still holds up high to me at least.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But
like you said, over time, like since Mustard's sound is kind of down.
But this hasn't gone down. Like I don't go back to him and be like, ugh.
No. But I'm saying like the new stuff that Mustard tries to drop, like it's kind of like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing I'm saying.
But then you would blame that on Mustard.
On Mustard, yeah.
Not on this album by itself. Yeah, see. All right.
Good point, bro. Good point.
Shout out YG though.
Yeah.
Love this album.
Yeah.
All right, let's get some new music. You like that new Schoolboy? That Numb Numb Juice.
The Numb Numb Juice.
The Numb Numb Juice.
It was okay. I mean, it was.
I wasn't a fan when it first came out.
But I was just pissed because it ended, and then it was hella short, bro.
I was hella mad because I was like, I've been expecting some new Q, and then I was like, all right. I was let down.
Really?
Yeah, I was let down.
Damn, you had high expectations then.
My expectations has been a minute.
But you had high expectations for what he was gonna drop, though.
Bro, Oxymoron, Blank Phase. I think gonna drop this.
But
his singles have always been like.
Trash?
Nah, it wasn't trash.
What are you saying?
It was just alright.
It
was just alright.
Oh, would you want him to drop like 3 singles or something?
I just wanted him to drop like what was his single last time? Do you remember?
From Blank Face?
Yeah. All his singles have always sounded.
No?
Huh?
Wasn't it that part?
Yeah. I guess the singles has always been because even that part for me was.
Yeah, that part when I first heard it, I was like,
it was alright.
This album it sounded way better because it was like mixed in with all the vibes.
Do you remember his single for Oxymoron?
Damn.
It wasn't the singing one, I don't think.
It was the one with Kendrick. Goddamn.
Collard Greens.
Collard Greens, yeah. Oh,
okay, see, so you had a good one
hard too, bro. Yeah.
Oh, see, so Q's not the one to like really compare on singles.
Okay, but you actually slap singles when they come out because I honestly don't. I try to avoid them.
If they're really good, yeah.
I avoid listening to singles as much as possible because then I get in this mood like if
I need to start doing that. I've heard people do that.
If I don't like it, my view going into the album is gonna be way different. So I
mean, see,
don't listen to singles at all.
I can separate myself from doing that though.
hate
I'm just like, damn, like,
cannot.
you made me wait this long for this.
No, because then if you don't like
I
it,
just get
then-
upset. I'm more upset. I'm not disappointed.
But if you don't like it then, and then you go and listen to the album, and the album's like cool, you're gonna be like, damn, I don't like this song though, this single. Like,
yeah.
I like hearing it like just fresh in the album, because then they mix it in really well with everything, and you catch the whole vibe. So
Feel it. Do you watch the video?
for Numb Numb Juice,
Yeah.
Numb Numb,
Yeah,
no,
Numb
I
Numb.
didn't watch it.
Damn, it's kind of funny.
It's kind of
The video's kind of funny.
I like Schoolboy Qs videos are many, bro.
Yeah, Tyler
Him and
in
Kendrick's,
there. Yeah, Tyler in there. He was he did an Elon Musk impersonation of when he was on Joe Rogan,
Oh, really?
and he hit the blunt or the joint.
His visuals are always dope in his videos. Like some crazy shit.
So what are your expectations for the album?
Schoolboy Q. 10 out of 10, bro. We waiting on it.
Damn, really? Was Blankface a 10 out of 10?
No. Blankface? No.
What about Oxy?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. Oxy was many, bro.
So I hate to go back, but well, not even go back. I want to go back to YG.
think Oxy
But for me, it was like there's only a few artists who have like to me have a classic album, but then their next album to me is better, but it's just not a classic. So like YG for me, I really like Still Brazy. I think Still Brazy is better than My Krazy Life, only because he
That's the
spits.
second album, right?
Yeah, only because he spits better.
It was way better.
He spits way like he's actually like his rhymes are
Psych
his
level,
rhymes
stuff
leveled
there
up,
too.
and his production is still nice.
Yeah.
He just doesn't have
Right
mustard
after
on
he
there.
got shot too, that boy came back.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But to me, My Krazy Life is his. We'll even talk about just the discography. It's his classic album.
Yeah.
But I do like Still Brazy. Same thing with Blankface. Like Oxymoron, it to me is Q's classic, but I do like Blankface more.
I see what you're saying, because
And it's weird.
I feel like
that with Kendrick too. With Damn.
Okay, but I feel like Oxymoron was more for a whole crowd of people who don't really listen to Schoolboy. But Blankface was, I felt, was more like directed directly towards his fans, like, because that was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I feel you.
What do you? I think what I'm expecting from this new one is more personal material. I think we're gonna get a personal Q.
Do we even know what the album's called?
Nah, I don't think so.
Damn.
Not that I know. I haven't seen anything about it. But yeah, I think we're gonna get more personal material.
I think so. Too.
More street bangers.
I think
More, for sure, more street bangers.
This one went into like some depression when Mac died, so
Oh yeah,
kind of expecting him to like
that's what I'm saying. I think we're gonna get a Q,
an emotional cue. Honestly,
maybe a little bit,
Yeah,
not the whole
honestly.
album, not the
No,
whole
no,
album.
I think he'll give us like.
I hope I hope we're not getting a grown up Q
No.
because I don't want that yet.
No, I don't.
I think he does have like one more,
Yeah.
and then after
When you hear him
go into
talking
that.
shit,
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, Schoolboy be dropping bangers, bro. Like,
he does.
You think of
He's been
TDE,
quiet for a
like-
minute though.
yeah, you know.
He has been quiet for a minute.
Fucking golfing and shit, like.
Been with his daughter and everything.
Stroke right pause. That's it. We get into Anderson Paak now, bro.
No, man. What do you want? What do you want from the album?
From Schoolboy?
Yeah, cause like I want a Black Hippie song.
Nah, I don't want that.
I want a
I want a
track.
Black Hippie collab. I want an album.
They're not giving us an album, so I want a song.
I hate them.
Nah, they're not giving us an album, so I want a song.
No, I don't want a song anymore.
Damn,
I don't want
really?
no teases, bro. I don't want no.
That's messed up.
Nah, I don't want no.
I'll take a tease.
Whoa.
Pause. I'm playing. I'm bad.
Anyway.
I do want them to collab with Cali OGs again, cause that Dog Pound song and the E40 song.
The dog bounce song.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then I do want a Mac collab.
You think he got something?
He for sure has one.
For sure does.
I hope he can use it.
That'd be kind of cool.
All right, let's go Anderson AP. Anderson Paak.
You know, Anderson Paak's never really caught my full attention.
Really?
I'm
Not
not
even with
saying
Malibu?
Yeah, I'm not saying he's a bad artist, but like I have to be in
Malibu
the
was
mood
nice.
kind of to listen to.
Oh yeah.
You know
He's
what I'm
like, is he funk? Would you say he's funk?
I'll give him a little funk, little
It's
jazz.
like
vibes here and there.
alternative funk,
Yeah,
a little bit.
sun gotta be out for me to be listening to him. Like the air gotta be like kind of cool breeze. Cause I'd be slapping like be feeling like I'm in LA and shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Did you listen to the single King James?
King James, motherfucker sucking his dick. Off of King James' dick, you fucking weirdo.
Damn, you a hater.
King James.
I thought it was alright.
was okay.
It sounds like normal Pac music.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, it's all
I really like Malibu though. Like
love
Malibu, I really love Malibu. Did you live in Oxnard?
Does he live in Oxford?
That's where he's from.
That's where he's from?
Mhm.
Oh, I got some cousins that live in Oxford. It's true though. I was just wanted to throw that in there.
Did you listen to it at all?
Yeah. Like I don't know.
I haven't gone back to it until recently.
Yeah.
Like,
I like the Kendrick song.
It has like no. Yeah, I like the Kendrick song.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have many like. To me, it doesn't have replay value. I don't know. It's disappointing.
I don't know. What was the one before Malibu? It was
I forgot what it was called.
Beach name.
Venice. I think it was Venice. Yeah, pretty sure it was Venice.
That one was okay too. Malibu was the one for me. Like if I were to listen to Anderson, like I'll go back to Malibu.
How do you with the track list? Do you expect as being like a way better album? He has like Andre on there. I don't know who Smokey Robinson is. I've seen his name.
Sounds mean. Oh, you got Andre on there? Ooh.
He has who?
You got Andre on there?
Yeah, Andre on the, and then he has Nate Dogg. He has Brandy.
Damn, he got some Nate Dogg vocals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That Dre.
Yeah, that Dre. Yeah, Dre was like. Oh,
I think to me the only reason they dropped this song was because Dre knew like he dropped the ball on Oxnard.
Because he fucked up like on Oxnard.
I mean, he's on his label.
Yeah.
Not that he fucked up, but it was just
it
like
just wasn't a what they.
You know, yeah.
Like, you didn't hate it.
Like you ain't gonna drop under Aftermath and not have an album that's gonna stick with everybody. Like I think Dre was like, we're gonna keep cooking. we're gonna keep cooking.
he's like, you kind of fucked up on this last one, like.
But if this next one does go bad, I'm blaming Dre.
Damn, that's fucked up. Why?
Because these last two albums are under Aftermath. Malibu was him alone.
But you acting like, how many songs did Dre produce? Like, I don't know.
He has his hand in everything.
Okay, but how many songs did he produce? Like, actually, that's what I need to know.
But he's an executive producer. Like, you need to know.
Just be
Dre will tell someone.
Just be like, hey, can you put some drums in there and just walk out?
3 years for Oxnard to come out. Oxnard. Yeah. 3 years.
And he came out sounding like that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm blaming Dre if this next one is bad. Like, we gonna have to question Dre's ear. Like, I'm going to have to question. Absolutely. I will have to. Yeah, absolutely.
No. I'm sorry.
I'm going to have to.
Well, this is not.
No, we'll go into it. We'll go into after. I can put up an argument that I'll put that if Dre if Dre keeps dropping the ball, then I might have to put Kanye over Dre with his ear.
Ooh.
Good.
That's not fair though.
And we can go into Aftermath good music.
But this is different because Anderson has a different sound. I don't think Dre's really accustomed to hearing like this type. He's more like the rap, right? Am I right? Like he's not really.
Okay, I get that.
You know, that's so it's not. I mean, it is his fault, but it's also like.
See, the thing I can't go with that is because Kanye has his label, and Kanye has a bunch of different sounds in his label too. That's what I'm saying. We'll get into this some other day. We'll see how this next album comes out, but this is gonna be a topic.
I'll damn near put Kanye over Dre right now. I don't care.
Oh really?
Yeah, for sure. Kanye got a Mania year. Like yeah.
No, not year. Career. Ear.
Producing, discography. Are we talking about production?
Discography under his label, everything.
Over Dre.
As a label owner, as everything. Overall.
All right, I'm not gonna get into it because
that's what I'm saying. We'll get
separate. Yeah,
we'll get into some other day. But
all right, that's all we got for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next week.
Yep, deuces. Have a good week.
Out here.
Yo, we about to